All right, guys. It is Monday, Labor Day, and it was one wild weekend of college football, that's for sure. Um, I started off really well, and then it just kind of fizzled off from there. And it was just most of it last minute losses. Like if anybody watching the Oregon Auburn game, I really got I had the tie picked, 3 points or less. Son of a bitch, hey, son of a bitch, right in the last fucking minute of the game. That is just crazy. Okay, so I'm not here really to do the results of the weekend because that'd be a separate video. But I noticed that a lot of people are doing predictions on their on the outcomes of the conferences and stuff like that. So I thought I'd do the same thing. Um, Not so much to I don't know. It's just I always like to look back after a season and see what I predicted because I got them written down on paper here, and then I just kind of forget them. So best to just make a video, throw it out there, see how I do against everybody else, and hopefully, it works out the way I planned it, basically. So I guess we're going to start off with the Big Ten, and pardon me for my mouth. It just I don't know why today it just seems to be slurring more, and you know a little more hanging today. I guess it's been a couple of days without radiation. I don't know if that's a good thing, bad thing, or if that's having any effect on my face. Um, so here we go. I'm going to do with the Big Ten, and I'm going to try to do some video editing. Been kind of watching some video editing clips and seeing if I can get it done. I downloaded a program for it, and if it works out, then I'll recommend that program. And it's really simple too. Um, okay, so basically, hopefully I do this right. Let's start in the Big Ten, and I'm going to start in the Big Ten West. And I've got listed here. I got Iowa, Northwestern, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Purdue, Minnesota, then Illinois. And I like Northwestern. I have the advantage of watching some of the games from this weekend, so might be a little biased because of that one game. Um, Believe it or not, with Northwestern actually losing to Stanford, I still think that there's something there. I think they really have the potential of shaking things up in the West. And Wisconsin, I think, is going to drop a few games, probably primarily because they're going to be playing Iowa and they're going to be playing Ohio State, and I think that they're going to drop to 8-4. And I really think that although they have the potential this season, I just don't think they're ready yet. I think next year will probably be the best year for them. I have Iowa winning because I honestly think that Iowa has a really good defense, and I think they're really going to hold a lot of teams. And I think that uh, they're basically win. I have them as my pick for the West, and I really wholeheartedly believe that they will win the Big Ten, which will probably stop any Big Ten team from making the playoffs. Um, Nebraska, I still think is overrated. They barely got by South Alabama. It was a 2-win team last year, and I think we're going to see that as soon as they play anybody of quality. Um, and as far as Purdue, Minnesota, Illinois, I just think they're just going to round it out. Maybe lucky. Purdue might be lucky to hit a bowl game. In the East, I've got Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Michigan State, Maryland, Indiana, and Rutgers. As far as the top, I have Ohio State, Michigan, but Penn State could challenge, I think, because I think Penn State is going to give somebody some trouble. Maybe Michigan. Um, I think that Michigan's going to walk into Penn State and lose. Um, and then, of course, Michigan will probably lose to Notre Dame. Notre Dame's still a pretty strong team. And Ohio State, I think, will probably lose in Wisconsin. And I think Michigan will take them out at that final game at the end to probably uh, more of a payback as far as anything, I guess. And yeah, I think that the Ohio State or Penn State will play all Iowa in the finals and lose. and I think that's the way I'm going to call the Big Ten. Um, I don't think that the Big Ten is going to make the playoffs this year. Um, and a lot of people call me nuts for knocking Ohio State out. But you know what? Ohio State, Michigan, I find that they're always a game or two overranked every season, and just not strong enough to go up against some powerful SEC teams this year. So that's the way I'm going to call the Big Ten. I'm going to call Iowa winning the Big Ten championship, and none of them making it to the playoffs. So hopefully that turns out and looks good at the end of the season. And like I said, I'm comparing this to a couple of the other websites that I've got that I'm checking on that are doing the same. And hopefully this will be gone and that'll be right. And uh, see me on the next video. I'm going to be moving on to the next conference. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.